tallest building in New York City represents the forefront of modern architecture and the building design. The city's skyline is iconic because of its skyscrapers. Since the first skyscraper was built in 1889 in Manhattan, the city has remained the premier site for luxurious home and office buildings. New York City is home to the tallest building in the US. It's due to three factors: money, demand, and topography. Without money, a city could not build skyscrapers, and without demand, there won't be reason to build high-rise condominiums. Manhattan is an island, which means it's surrounded by water, and due to its limited space, vertical expansion is the only building option. As a major international business hub, city is a pulse of the marketplace. New York City is home to Wall Street and the stock market, making it the financial nerve center of America. New York can afford to build skyscrapers because it has residents who can afford to live and walk in them. The tallest building in New York City are confined to one of its 5 boroughs, Manhattan. The borough is divided into multiple sections. Midtown Manhattan and Lower Manhattan are home to the tallest buildings, not just in the city, but also throughout the US. Midtown Manhattan sits on bedrock that runs deep and near the surface. Other Manhattan locations do not have this privilege. Skyline gaps are due to areas where the cost of living is higher and travel destinations are located. Most skyscrapers in New York City were built for commercial purpose rather than residential ones. Many companies are headquartered in Manhattan. For example, the largest tenant at One World Trade Center, located in Lower Manhattan, is the publishing company. What happens in New York is reflected in the skyscrapers. They stand both as monuments to its past and silent influencers of its future. This city is so much more than just a home of skyscraper. Skyscrapers in New York and everywhere are really commercial architecture. They are buildings constructed to make money. The skyscrapers of the 2030s are being planned today, and we have got a preview. Remarkably, we're about to see a return of the mega office building, much like the Chrysler and Empire State. New York is set to witness its next skyscraper boom. There are at least 4 new supertalls being constructed, collectively adding some 11 million square feet of the new real estate to this island. And it's all because of one little decision made in 2017, the rezoning of Midtown East. You see, Midtown East had a problem. It's one of the highest profile business addresses in the world. There is over 60 square feet of office space, a 250,000 jobs, and numerous Fortune 500 companies. But it's also an extremely old. Average age of its building goes back more than 70 years. In response, a dramatic rezoning or rewriting of the rules was approved by the City Council, enabling far greater and denser office buildings. In exchange for that greater density, developers would have to contribute to a new district improvement fund to create a transit and pedestrian network. Part of that is to improve subway in and around Grand Central Terminal. You can tell a lot about a city and its people by the buildings that dominates its skyline. Whether it's the church's steeple, the mega office buildings, the half-empty luxury apartment tower, or a true icon, it is a monument of its era. Our building tells us something fundamental about who we are and what we prioritize. That's the case all over the world. But nowhere is it clearer than in New York. We may dislike new buildings when they first appear, but the fact is, the city doesn't belong to one person, one time, or one building. It's ever-changing, ever-evolving, and that's how it should be. We can safely predict that by 2025, there will be almost 20 super tall skyscrapers built or topped out in the New York City and close to 30 as of 2030. That will be extremely amazing. Given that many years ago, a single 1,000-foot tall building in a city could be incredible. New York skyscrapers can last billions of years, maybe and probably longer. Without maintenance, the building will be gone within a few hundred years. But the Empire State Building is a valuable cultural asset. It's one of the most famous and beautiful skyscrapers we have. In the end, most skyscrapers are more likely to be torn down than fall down. God bless America. Thanks for watching this video till the end.